Sora is here, and it's pretty robust. It's not just text to video, it's image to video, it's blending videos, it's remixing video, and a whole lot more than that. And if you own a ChatGPT Plus subscription, you can use it today.
This is a launch we've been excited for a long time. We're gonna launch Sora, our video product.
Is it perfect? No, and we'll go through some of that here, but this is a real moment for AI video. It's a sea change. The largest AI company has released its video product, and it's out there for people to use. This is definitely the next generation of AI video, and it's here today. Let's get into it. Okay, here it is, the Sora homepage. Saw this one earlier, made me laugh. This is a slimy, realistic green bean man waving slowly at the camera. But on the homepage, you can tell it actually looks a little bit like Midjourney, right? And you have different things over here. You've got the featured videos, which, you know, these are the ones that OpenAI clearly has picked out. And you can see some of this stuff is really remarkable. Look at those incredible hats. And then you have your own library, right? So this is a video that I made. I prompted 2 men riding on skateboards on the moon, 90s fashion. This is in 480p. It was 5 seconds. It took about 20 minutes to render. Now that was right as it came out, but you can see it gives you 2 generations. I mean, they're fine. I wouldn't say like it's the most incredible generations in the world, but they got the 90s clothes. They definitely got the skateboarding. The moon is kind of interesting that there's actually a moon above the moon, but they are definitely on the moon itself. You can generate videos in 9:16. You can generate videos in 480p or 720p and 1080p. Now, each of these is gonna be more expensive and it's gonna go slower. And something really important to remember is if you are on the ChatGPT Plus subscription, that means if you are paying $20 a month, you only get 50 of these per month. So keep that in mind. If you're a pro subscriber, which they just launched last week, that's $200 a month, which is a lot of money. You get an unlimited run of these. Here's another great example of somebody that created a scene of Counter-Strike, but each player NPC is a bottle of ketchup. That's from F. Schreiber. So I've got a video I want to make. It's going to be called "A Chimpanzee Working as a Construction Worker Holds a Cup of Coffee Up to a Camera." Now, we'll see if I can actually generate right now. Okay, we got our monkey. So again, they call this Chimp's construction break. A chimpanzee working as a construction worker holds up a cup of coffee. So let's see what we got here. Holds up a cup. Oh, what's going on there? It kind of turns into a guy in a chimpanzee suit, but that's not terrible. Let's see what the other one looks like. Oh, now this is again, oh, what's going on here? That's like an evil chimp showed up. The second evil chimp showed up and he's laughing at something seriously wrong. I don't know what's going on, but these do not look like actual chimpanzees. These look like men in chimpanzee suits. But again, this is early. This is early days. Now let's try to remix this. Let's try to remix this and we'll say large cat grabs cup of coffee from chimpanzee. It will probably take me a half an hour to do, so let's just go through some of the other features here. This is the blog post that they set up with it. This is something really interesting to look at because you can replace, remove, or reimagine elements in your video. So this is a remix tool. So first they have the shot of large open doors in a library. Then you can replace the doors with French doors, turn the library into a spaceship, remove the spaceship, add a jungle, replace the jungle with a lunar view. Now, let's look at these doors. In the first one, the doors are opening weird. One's opening one way and one's opening the other way. None of this is perfect, but still, this is pretty cool. And I do want to shout out, there are a ton of open source tools that allow you to do this with things like Comfy UI, but this is pretty robust right off the get. So another feature they're offering is Recut, which allows you to find and isolate the best frames, extending them in either direction to complete a scene. This is like the extend feature, but instead of allowing extend only to be used to make the video longer, now you can actually pick the right part that you want to extend from. Then we have storyboard, which allows you to organize and edit the sequence in a timeline. You can see this is a clip, a vast red landscape of a docked spaceship in the distance. Looking out from inside the spaceship, a spaceboy stands in center frame, close-up details. So this allows you to tell a little story. And then finally, another cool tool is Loop. Now, Loop, you might be like, well, what do I care about Loop? But for artists, and maybe even for people who post on social media, this is a pretty big tool because it basically allows you to take your video and turn it into a looping video and be able to export that video on its own. These are different ways of looking at a staircase. Like, that is a really striking image in general. And when you're thinking about what it's like to be an artist to use this tool, you can see how this could be something that'd be really beneficial. And then finally, another cool feature of this is Blend, which allows you to take two different videos and combine them into a single clip. I saw a really great video by Blizane. Shout out to Blizane, who is an amazing X user, where he combined people walking with a shot of a castle. Now the people kind of float down, kind of looking like they're floating down, but they end up right in front of that castle. And again, that is a very cool, powerful tool to be used by normal people. You may have the skill set to go out there and pull the comfy UI things in all different directions, but for most people, this is gonna be a big deal for them. So let's see what about the large cat shows up. Oh, something's up there. I don't know what's going on, but that wasn't a large cat. Is that a cat? It looks like 4 legs of a cat, so that's always fun. Let's see what the other one looks like. Oh, okay, here you go. There's a cat floating down, attempting to take the cup. It almost made it to him, but anyway, you get a good sense of what we're looking at here. This is going to be bonkers. So in OpenAI's live stream of this, we got some sense of what the controls are going to look like, because one of the hardest things with AI video always is what they will allow you to do and what they won't allow you to do. But the big thing to know is you're going to have a lot of rejected submissions because they said in this video specifically that they are going to be very controlling.
We want to prevent illegal activity of Sora, but we also want to balance that with creative expression. We know that's something that will be an ongoing challenge. We might not get it perfect on day one. We're starting a little conservative.
Now, why would they do that? They are a massive company. In fact, in the video, they even said that they have liabilities and the target on their backs. They don't want to get in trouble for this. They're already going to probably be in a little bit of trouble because we don't know for sure where all this video training came from. But right now, this feels very robust. No review because we haven't spent a lot of time with it. But I think this is a big deal for OpenAI as a company and probably for AI video as a whole.